Hey, friends, let me know if you can hear me. Come on in. We are live on Instagram and YouTube at SMM Realty Group. Definitely go check out that channel over there. But y'all, it has been a struggle trying to get live on this daggone social media today. But happy Sunday and welcome to my Sunday live. How are you doing today? Let me slow down because honestly, I'm a little aggravated, y'all. But welcome, Samantha. Happy Sunday. Yes, 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 yes. And whoo, Sunday is like my prep day, but I'm telling y'all, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go live at 2:30 just to keep that consistency, keep going. But for some reason, technology has been tripping. Okay. But we're here now. So let's take a breath. Okay. But we have Samantha. Good afternoon. And yes, ma'am. Happy Sunday. Welcome to my weekly Sunday live. If you're new here, welcome. I am Shevvy, a retired Air Force veteran of 22 plus years, and I help military professionals and veterans and professionals who are transitioning to the state of Alabama to buy, build, and sell their next home. So if you are in the market and you like, I am moving to Alabama, I'm not sure where to live, I don't have any inclination of what to expect, especially for my military folks, you are in the right place because as someone who moved here in 2019 and as a military person, we always, when we hear Alabama, we're like, why? But I'm here to let you know because I have the same perspective. But again, now living here for over 7 years almost. I think 7 years. I got to calculate the time frame. But definitely, I can assist you. I can provide you with some guidance, information about the community. Because for me, it's not just about helping you to buy, sell, or build your next home. It's really helping you to find the right community for you and your family. And this is what this topic is about: is from base to neighborhood. And this is for the individual, whether you are military or a professional looking to find the right community for you. And you may be thinking like, do I want to live here or do I want to live there? And, for my military, definitely if it's, for us, PCS, and meaning that we're transitioning to a different base, we want to know, and we do question, do I want to live on base or do I want to live in the community? So we're going to be focusing on that. And I'm going to share some insight to, for you to kind of think, not look because you can't see it, but to think, is this, do I want to live here or do I want to live, there? And welcome, sweetie 29, for joining me. Let us know where you're joining from. Let us know what you do, because you never know who's listening. Samantha says she's from New Jersey, but I have a heap of family in Alabama. Okay, so you understand the culture, the community, and is big on, Alabama is big on family, and they're big on football. I'm not a football person. I'll watch it, but I'm not like here's my team. I don't have a team, but definitely if you move to Alabama and you're a football person, and even if you're not, honestly, they're going to be like, come on in, like pick a team. So it's all good. But welcome, y'all. Happy Sunday. Like, let's say happy Sunday because your girl a little breath. But so from base to the neighborhood, as a veteran, as someone who has lived on base at Maxwell Air Force Base, someone who was questioning whether or not I wanted to live on base or live in the community, you're probably thinking the same thing. Maybe you got notifications saying that, hey, you're moving here for your job, your spouse, or maybe as a professional, you're like, hey, the job is relocating me to the state of Alabama, and I have no clue of the community where, if you have kids, school, and so forth. So definitely for me, I was the same, questioning, because we know when it comes to the school, if you have kids, that is something that we are like, we got to have great schools. Okay. And we want to make sure that we are living in a great and safe community. So when it comes to the base, like, it all depends on your needs, honestly. And you have to look at if you're going to be here for a short period, maybe a year. Maybe it makes sense for you to live on base. Maybe it makes sense for you to do a rental for that year. But if you're looking at long term, that you're going to be here for 4 years, I would say, think about buying your next home or building your next home, whether you're a military or a professional moving here, because you want to think about the long-term investment, not just, hey, I'm going to be here in Alabama for 2 years, so I'm just going to live on base and move on. Yes, it's convenience for living on base, because again, you have schools on base, convenience where you can go if you're the military person, your job is right there. So definitely in a sense of time, the base is different compared to, when we were first in the military. It is quiet as well. There are things for the kids as well, but so you have to look at, does it make sense for you and your family? And you have to look at, how long do you have to wait? Because there is a wait list. Usually there's a wait list. And sometimes you're able to get in right away. Sometimes you're not. And so you still have to live in a hotel or the community until something comes available. And it could be maybe due to, family needs, like, okay, you're going to wait. And that is okay as well, too, because I lived on base when I first got here, but I knew I wanted to transition off base as well. That means move off the installation. And I started looking for a home in the beginning when I first got here, honestly. But then I decided, due to having, kids at different ages, daycare, elementary school, and then high school. So definitely it was more convenient for me. And Samantha said, yes, roll tide, girl. You will hear that all the time. I remember when I first, I was flying from I think I was coming here for training, and I was on at the gate to come here at Maxwell Air Force Base. And, people will be saying like, roll tide. And at first I'm like, I don't know what the heck that is. But then I learned, oh, that's the football team, roll tide, X, Y, and Z. But yes. So definitely there's pros and cons to moving to any community. But if you're a military, you can choose to live on base, but you can choose to live on off base, and really look at the long term. Just like a professional, if you're moving here, you can choose to rent for the time that you're here in that community, or you can choose to buy that home and rent it out as your investment portfolio, so to add to your investment portfolio. So there's pros and cons, but it's always about choosing the right community. But if you want like a separation from work life, then definitely living in the community is going to give you that. All right. So what makes a community the right fit for you and your family? And, a lot of people, we look at schools, but it's not, well, look at, okay, this beautiful home. It is not only about the home. It's really looking at the overall picture of the community as a whole, because you can find a beautiful home in a neighborhood, but then certain things may not be fitted for you and your family. So you want to look at, okay, this house is beautiful, this house is nice, but what are the values? Does this community have the values that I have, that I'm looking for? Safety, great education, community, where amenities for the community. So you have to look at, does it have what I need, not only for me, but my kids, for my significant other, if you're married, or is it convenience? Does it give me that opportunity to escape from my work environment? Whether you're a professional, does it give me, let me, find this community that is more fitted for not only the home itself, but the surrounding areas? Is there shopping? Is there places to eat? Is there a place to travel within distance? It's like maybe driving up to Birmingham, which is, about an hour from here. So, and there's so much to do down there. Is it driving to another city like Wetumpka to check out the history? So like, you get to decide which community works best for you. And that's why, as your realtor or a realtor that is really focused on not just only helping you to buy, build, and sell your home, but is really helping you to find the right community that is more fitted for you, for your family, and really has your values. So definitely, if you're like, hey, I'm moving here, I am PCSing here, I'm relocating for my job, definitely reach out to me if you're looking for a realtor who's a connector, who's going to connect you to resources, who's going to connect you to a specific community that you're looking for. It depends on your needs. Are you looking for more like a quiet, chill area, or are you looking for more like something that's closer to the city, downtown Montgomery? Is it Prattville? Is it, Millbrook, which is more, on the quiet side? Like, you get to decide, my friend. and I help you on that journey. And the last thing I want to talk about Alabama, a lot of people, even including me, to be honest, when I first heard I was moving here, I was like, what? Alabama? But honestly, over the years, it has definitely grown on me. I'm retired here now. I have kids in the school systems. I have a home here. I'm going to be, investing in, other homes as well, because I am building my portfolio, because it's not just live here and then transition. It's like, okay, how do you make it your home? How do you make it part of you? So when you do live here, you do have equity, and an asset as well too. Thank you for joining the Slay Boss Lady. Thank you for joining. We're talking about moving from base to community, whether you're a military professional transitioning here to the community of Alabama, Maxwell Air Force Base, or even Gunter, or if you are a professional who is transitioning due to your job relocation, and why finding the right community is going to be essential. Hey, Queen. Yes. So let's talk about some Alabama, things that I like about Alabama and living here. One, it's not chaotic. Okay. It's not like New York, New Jersey, where you have a lot of stuff going on, but there are still things going on here, but it's not crazy. You're not going to be in traffic for hours as well. So I think that is a plus, especially if for commuters, as you're commuting, you're not going to be in traffic unless there's a car wreck or something. But outside of that, like literally when I would drive from base to, dropping my kids off from school or driving from my home, like literally you're in traffic like for 5 minutes. 5 minutes compared to New Jersey or DC or Maryland, and you're in traffic for an hour plus. So for me, that's golden. Okay. Also, affordability of home compared to here and other cities, you're paying a lower price for the homes here in the state of Alabama. So you have a better opportunity to find something that is within your budget, that is still something that meets, a home that meets your needs, but also your family needs as well too. So definitely affordability of home is, to me, at the top of the list as well. It is a very military friendly community. Okay. So definitely if you are a military person, you are PCSing here, you're looking to retire here, then definitely it is military friendly throughout the community. So a lot of things that are happening for the military. They have resources to bring your spouse into the ecosystem for job opportunities. Another thing that is happening, this state is growing and growing. I mentioned about 2 lives ago when I went live that the Mark Zuckerberg, he is building a plant here in the state of Alabama. So what that means, more jobs, more people are moving in. That means the economy is growing. So houses and everything is being built up. So definitely there's opportunities for your significant other as well too, as they're moving along with you. Whether, again, you don't have to be military, you can be a professional. There's a lot of resources that are available for families as well too. And there's a lot of parks, there's a lot of outdoors activities, there's a lot of great things to do, whether it's golf, they have the Whitewater facility as well too, which is right next to Maxwell Air Force Base. So definitely from 2019 to now, there has been a lot of growth I have seen personally, because again, I've been here for since 2019, but also I see with my own eyes as a realtor, all these different things that are being built up. So that tells me growth is happening. So this is the perfect time as you are transitioning here to decide to buy that home, to build that home. So again, think of long-term sustainability. So I have a question from Just Lovey Lace. Thank you for joining. She said, for someone that's a civilian who wants to relocate, is it best to use a bank in the city you're moving to or your own personal bank? Honestly, use the banks that are here, because there are incentives. A lot of the banks have incentives where, they have relationships with the the seller, or or a specific company, or they have relationship with builders where, maybe like, for example, when I was building my home, this specific builder had a partnership with the bank to say, hey, if you sign with these specific banks, these 3 banks, because they gave us 3 options, was to decide, okay, if you go with this bank, you get, maybe it was a financial incentive, or it might be a 3 point whatever interest rate. I'm just giving examples. So I would say definitely go with your local bank, because it makes sense as well too, because this is a state that you're going to be living in, and they want you to have that loan in that state, because they want to make sure that you they know where you're at, and also they want to make sure that they get their money back as well too. So definitely in the state that you're in, because there's more incentive and it's less of a risk because you're not in a different state. You're actually in the state as well. So great question. So thank you for that. So definitely, like, you have to choose, as the military person or the professional who is relocating to the state of Alabama, the right community for you. And again, you want to look at different things, not just only the home, but the school, the amenities, the driving distance from your place of, work and your home. So you get to decide, but I help you because you're not familiar with the area at all. So why not have a realtor who has lived here from transition out of the military, stayed here, and understand what's going on in the community, who is like boots on the ground of what's going on within the tri-area. So if you're looking to, live in Montgomery, which has some beautiful areas as well too, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, different, like, reach out to me, connect with me, reach out if you have any questions. So if you're moving to Alabama and you want to learn about the communities, surrounding areas closer to the base, whether you're a professional or a military person, and you would love to know more about the community and the resources that are out there that are available, send me a DM with the word, hey, question, or the word community. Maybe you just have questions about, jobs. Maybe you have questions on, what are, this specific thing in this, city, how far is this city from the base? So reach out to me, let me know. Any questions as we wrap up? I'm here every Sunday. Unless life is happening, I will more likely show up. But definitely, my goal is to not just be here as, another realtor selling you something, but really providing you with the resources and information that you need for individuals, military and professionals, who are moving to the state of Alabama and who is looking to find the right community for themselves and for their families. So if you know someone in that space and they're like, hey, we got orders, or hey, we got notification that we are moving to the state of Alabama due to job relocation, definitely send me a DM, connect me to that person. I'll be happy to provide them with information. And I still have that free guide that you can DM me or drop in the chat guide, and I will send that to you as well too. It's not in the link. I was supposed to put that in the link, but it's not in the link yet in my profile link. But just send me a DM or drop a guide, moving to Alabama, in the chat, and I will send that to you. But if there are no questions, thank you for joining. I'm Shevvy, your realtor, retired Air Force veteran after 22 plus years in the United States Air Force. And I'm helping military families and professionals who are looking to buy, build, and sell in the state of Alabama. And again, if you're looking to find a realtor who's going to connect you to other resources, reach out to me. And if there are any questions, let me know. Have an amazing Sunday as always. And I will see you all right here next Sunday. 2:30 is a time slot, but sometimes we may go past that time because internet is just not working properly, y'all, because today was a hot mess. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Samantha, for joining me. Thank you, Sweetie29. Thank you, the Slay Boss Lady, for joining, and Just Lovely Lace. Thank you all so much for joining. And y'all have an amazing Sunday, okay? All right, y'all. See y'all later.